Hey, we're going to come back here real quick because we got to do some links here in a second. I'll grab that email about 9:27. And every year, Shannon, you were back with the duck pluckers, deer skinners, and fish hookers. Ball. I got it right this time because last year I said fisherman and I looked like a jerk in the first 30 seconds.
You just have to be careful when you say that.
Jason, no kidding. Jason, how are we doing today as well?
Doing great.
Well, we're a couple of weeks out from this. We're less than a month now. Yep. It's on Friday the 13th, correct?
It's on Saturday the 13th.
Oh, yes. Good. I looked at my calendar wrong. And Saturday, September the 13th. And this is one event that really just keeps coming back and getting better and better each and every year. And the big prize this year, I just got to talk about this. I mean, we have a chance to hunt wild boars from a helicopter, correct?
Well, usually I bring Jason along with me to field any questions about the ambulance. This year, he's fielding any questions you might have about a hog hunt. So.
Okay, it's hogs, right? We're going to go shoot them out of a helicopter.
We're going to shoot them out of a helicopter. And and this is a really big, it's an outstanding trip, really.
Yeah.
You actually get harnessed up inside a helicopter, on the side of a helicopter, and you're harnessed in, and you go up in the air, and yes, you get to shoot wild boar hogs.
This is, that's a trip of a lifetime for so many people. Yeah. Well, and now it's really cool that you guys have the prizes that you have, because last year there was some really great, prizes and different, like a puppy and really just some cool stuff. How are you able to develop and come up with such a great incentive to be a part of the event?
So we have an amazing committee. I can't say enough about them. We have like 14 of us. Travis Tarrant, Brian Campbell, Gay Julian, Nick Wirtz from Wirtz Welding. He's new on our committee this year.
Nancy Simpson,
Joanne Adams, and then some of our folks here from the hospital. But we all get together and kind of just brainstorm. And those guys are very sportsmanlike, they all hunt and fish and things like that. So they come back with these great ideas to have at the event. So this wild boar hog hunt, this is a raffle, and they came up with the idea, and I was like, okay, guys, really? But they did tell me there was another organization up north who did this, and they sold 100 tickets. They opened their ticket window, and within 10 days had sold 100 tickets.
Wow.
And they're $100 a ticket.
Right.
So we know that people out there want to do this dream trip, so we said we'll give it a shot.
And there's a lot of places down in Arkansas where, this is a sport where the hunters go down, but you're on the ground or in a tree, and you're boar hunting here. You're actually in a helicopter, so it makes it a little bit more
it's so cool.
enticing to them.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to say, I just shot some wild boars or wild hogs out of a damn helicopter?
I don't know.
When you come back to work, you're the coolest guy for a few days, or girl,
Well, they say, most wives are not going to let their husband spend $6,000 on a trip, but their wives might let them spend $100 to maybe win a $6,000
trip.
Absolutely.
And it's for two people, so, two guys can go, or if you can talk your wife into it.
That would be cool.
I don't know any of those husbands.
And the committee every year, like Shannon said, everybody brainstorms ideas. So last year, the ATV, the raffle on it, and we tried to bring back new ideas. So it's not the same thing every year. That
right.
Everybody has different sportsmen. That's why it's the duck pluckers, deer skinner, fish hookers. Everybody has different sports. So we try to put things out there to our audience, what they may like to do, fishing trips and, different hunting trips and things like that.
Well, and if you don't think the wild boar helicopter hunt for two is for you, which is $100, are we out of tickets yet?
No.
Oh, good.
We're only selling 150 tickets, and we're right at 100, I believe, is what are left.
Well, and see, I love that incentive because you feel like you have such a better ratio.
Yeah.
It's not me going to the boat,
Right, exactly.
Plus, it doesn't stop there. The freezer of meat's what I'd want to win, especially the way you go into Schnucks and you're just hoping that there's a refinance line in there somewhere.
Well, and I have to tell you, we always use a local person for the meat. So this year, our Heitzig Farms out of Jersey County,
cool.
They're doing the beef. They're doing a quarter beef, and then Fritz Processing gave us a gift card, so you can go in and choose what you want outside of that beef, and
really
then we
cool.
give you a gift card to the local farm and home to get your freezer. So you're getting a quarter beef, you're getting $100 to go to Fritz and pick out what you want, and then you get that freezer. So yeah, everybody's if you got to always worry about
Something
what's
for
for dinner.
everyone.
That's
now you
really
know.
cool.
Yeah.
Or you could just win the wheelbarrow booze.
Well, there's that.
And that comes in, our sponsors,
Yeah.
that sponsor this event. And, like Shannon said, they are just outstanding to us, and they give every year, and we appreciate that.
They see Mary
I
Norman
bet.
is on our committee, and she does the rounds to our local Riverbend bars and restaurants, and they're always just so giving. A bottle of this, a bottle of that. It ends up being a collection, and then we raffle that off. So we appreciate them doing that every year for us.
Absolutely. Well, CJ, what if I can't make it to the event and I want to be a part of the wrap? We got you. It's just that simple. I'm just going to take you right to my screen here. You see this? Go to the event link, which is eventactura.com, but also we'll just put that link into the RiverBender.com article.
Yeah, and then they can follow our Facebook
Yeah.
page. I post a lot of stuff there with links on it
And
as
then
well.
look at this. Get your raffle ticket. So we see the awesome flyer there, plus that. I just love the logo of this. To me, that just sold me. I'm in, But also, here's where you get them. And you can purchase that ticket for the helicopter hunt, the bourbon raffle, the meat raffle, and the wheelbarrow of booze. The bourbon raffle, what are we talking about?
Okay, so
here?
the bourbon raffle, we do this every year, and again, it is one of those that, like Jason said, we like to change things up, but when something works, we're going to keep doing it. And so we've got some folks who know some stuff about bourbon on our committee. Brian Campbell of Coleman's Country Campers, Gay Julian, and then this year Nick Wirtz of Wirtz Welding. He's on the bourbon committee. So they each collect whatever bourbon it is that they think is
That's
the hot
cool.
stuff. And so we're up to, I think, 6 bottles right now, and then they're still adding to it. So,
Oh, man.
Yeah. So for $20, I don't let my husband drink bourbon because it's too expensive for my blood. He's a Busch Light kind of guy, but for those who do enjoy that brown water, this is a collection that's worth your $20 chance.
Oh man, well, and it goes towards such a great cause,
Absolutely.
and that's really where I think this is so cool. It's not like you guys are, using this and making, yourselves rich off of it. You're going right to our ambulance services, which we're all going to utilize or know somebody that's utilizing here eventually soon, if not already.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think one thing that's important for our listeners to know is that, this is not just Alton Memorial, Alton Ambulance.
Right.
You've got to think of all the miles that we cover, Jersey and Macoupin and Madison counties. And these guys are in those trucks everywhere. So, we're reaching out to all of those communities to help us raise these funds to replace an ambulance every year that, you
very
rack
expensive.
the miles on them.
Yeah. Well, Jason, you're the manager of EMS at Alton Memorial, correct? And now how many miles do you guys rack up on these vehicles in the span of its lifetime?
Between the 911 calls and transfers, like Shannon said, we run about 375 square miles between those counties and the transfers. So just one transfer back and forth. Even to Barnes Hospital, and that's what we consider long distance. But we Chicago, Southern Missouri, Southern Illinois, usually about between 50 and 55,000 miles a year on each ambulance.
That's incredible.
It's unbelievable. The crews are very busy. Have about 14,000 calls a year. So they're out there. And we know these trucks are expensive, and it takes
Lucky
quite a
for
bit of money.
us, we've got a good relationship with Winter Circle in Vivalto. They're one of our sponsors, and anytime something needs done on those rigs, Danny is right there
That's
to help
really
us
cool.
with those.
One, I'm sure for your paramedics and your EMTs, the folks that are riding in these ambulances, to have proper equipment and to have updated things, it makes working in the morale a lot higher there at the emergency department too.
It does. Having great equipment means a lot, and then also the mutual aid that we run. We run mutual aid with a lot of other ambulance services in a lot of other areas. Every ambulance service is busy. They're always busy. So making sure that Alton Memorial, we have the right equipment in the right place at the right time for our staff to have the paramedics and EMTs be able to do their job and take care of your family. That's what we're looking for.
It was wild to me
100%.
that my first year at the foundation, I got to do a ride along. You watch it on TV, but when you actually got to ride along with it, the equipment that's in those ambulances, where they could do an EKG and it already goes back to the hospital, so that when you arrive there, they know what's going on and you don't have to wait for that test to be done. So
and we're looking,
the technology is amazing.
The technology, telemedicine is coming real soon to be able to have the doctor look right at the patient while you're treating them on the way to the hospital.
Wow.
So if they're having a stroke or something like that, the doctor could actually see the the signs of the stroke. So if there's a bad injury, the doctor's looking at that injury when they see it is coming, and the technology is just growing.
Well, and see, that's why it's great to support events, just like this, because it all goes back towards, having that life-saving equipment. Because, I mean, we all want to be in a vehicle that has everything possible to save us or keep us safe as we can be on the way to really get treated at the hospital. And I think that that's so important for the community. So you don't have to be at the event physically to purchase tickets, do you?
You don't have to be there physically to support the event. You can do that by purchasing the raffle tickets online. We usually have upwards of 400 people at this outdoor event.
Yeah, no, it's full. This ain't
It's very close to being full. If there is somebody out there who's interested in attending an event, reach out to our department. We do all of our sponsors. They get seats with their sponsorships, and sometimes they use those, sometimes they don't. So if we have some left over, we will open those up to the community. So if they follow our Facebook page or that website, Monday morning we'll be opening up any seats that we have still available for purchase. And that $100 ticket provides you with
an outstanding meal.
Jason.
An outstanding meal.
Fill me in on the meal.
So Morrison's food from the hospital, and that's what a lot of people think,
it's so good.
It is unbelievable. You will have a steak, honest to goodness, and I'm a big steak eater, and from here in the local Riverbend area, eating at all the restaurants today, I love a outstanding steak, and Morrison's able to do it the way they cook them, the meal that
so they're grilling steaks right there in front of everybody.
And
400 people.
You want them rare, you want them medium, you want them well done. They'll throw it on extra.
They'll give you a look if you say well done.
Yeah. But when you could cut that kind of that fillet of meat with a plastic fork, it's outstanding.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, it shows you how good they are to do 400
They
of these
do
things.
an outstanding job for us.
Well, when we have those North Alton Godfrey business guys, I am so happy when they're at Alton Memorial, because the lunch is fine. I mean, the lunch is the best.
I think we may have run out last time.
Right.
But they cover, so you get the meal is covered in your ticket price. Donna Wald, we work well with them.
They're great.
And they provide the beer and seltzers that are canned. Then we have Bella Milano's, who does our cash bar that's available. This year we're going to have a couple specialty drinks sponsored by Wirtz Welding and Tarrant Harmon. I think they may or may not have bourbon in them, I think. So
I know one of them.
Yeah, so that covers that. We also have the quail flesh at the event. So
yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about next. Tickets, are they available for that still?
So if you come to the event and you want to participate in the quail flesh, you just go online and pay ahead of time for that quail flesh. It's $30 a person, $60 a team, and you are working towards winning the coveted Homer Clark Quail Flesh Championship.
Yes.
Title. Last year, please don't let me get this wrong because I'll never hear the end of it. Last year it was Tyler Shopper and Martha Morris's husband, Alan. Yes, those two won last year. I had to think about that. Sorry. They won it. I'm telling you, it's cutthroat.
I bet.
The year before that, it was Dwight Wirtz who won, and I mean, these guys go neck and neck about it. They want to win this coveted title. So the family of Homer Clark, and Homer Clark was in the Guinness Book for trap shooting.
Oh, wow.
So his family still lives here locally in Fairmont, and Mary Jo is one of his daughters, and Shelley. Mary Jo comes to the event, and she presents the award to the winner of this quail flesh trap shoot. So it's something. They are competitive, I tell you.
Can I tell you the first time I kicked up a quail? I went hunting for the first. I didn't know that kicking up meant you didn't kick the bird in the head. I got one before everyone else did that day, and I also got yelled at for killing the bird.
Boy.
But
and a lot of people come out and they watch it and say, hey, I'm going to do that next year.
It's so fun.
It is fun.
Well, and what I think's so cool about it is a competition, and people want to win this thing. But what I think's cool is just you always see, I've just seen photos of it. People are having the time of their life out there and just really enjoying every moment of it. And to have this component of it is really what makes the event so cool, because there's so many different activities and really something for everybody at the event.
And if you're not someone who shoots or hunts, the NILO staff is amazing.
Yeah.
They have 5 stand shooting, so you can go and do 5 stands, and they'll show you the proper technique of how to hold the gun and aim and all the safety aspects of it. So if you've never shot and you want to give it a shot, you can give it a shot. If you want to try it, you can do that, and they'll help you out. So
really cool.
yeah.
Well,
we also are having a launch golf. So again, if you don't shoot guns but you want to shoot, launch golf. We are having the Community Hope Center. They're going to be at our event this year, and they're doing the launch golf. So you can shoot a golf ball out of one of those CO2 guns.
That's pretty cool.
And
Yes.
the closest person to the target will win a prize. So yeah, there's something for everybody.
Nice. Well, and honestly, as we keep talking about this, once again, if you're just tuning in, this is all about the 16th. Wow, we're already at 16 years for this.
Yes.
Duck Pluckers, Deer Skinners, and Fish Hookers Ball. It's on Saturday the 13th.
Right.
Because, well,
Yeah.
I can't read a calendar.
Yeah.
And you really need to be a part of it. What's the dress code again?
Actually, I wore my army
Yes.
green because it is anything camo. This is not your average black tie affair. So anything camo. We've got gals who come in fishnets. They've made it into a dress or something like that. They're very creative.
Waders.
Oh, yeah.
Boots.
Yeah.
Fishing hats.
We actually have a competition for dress. Liz Campbell and Jessica Grace come from Brush Boutique, and they present an award for the best dressed. And
I love it.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
What I think's incredible is I'm on your sponsors page on the website, and it took me about 15 minutes to get to the bottom. I don't. It's really cool though, because you have so many different types of businesses from all different industries that come together for this. Because really, we all should when it comes to supporting our first responders, and it's really great to see that it's all coming together and working out better and better each and every year.
Absolutely,
Yeah, we're
and
very blessed to have them.
Yeah.
that's really why on that website we made it so that you could go there and you can click on those links to those businesses. We want to thank them by driving folks to their websites. There's different levels of sponsorships, all the way from $10,000 sponsors to $300. And every penny we're so grateful for, because it helps us keep our costs down to put on the event, because it's not cheap to put on an event.
No.
But we really appreciate everything that they've given, and they're always so genuine about it. They enjoy the event, or if they don't come to the event, they're always saying, I hear this is a great time, but that's not my thing. But ambulances are important, and I want to support your event. So we're very blessed.
It's really cool. And now, are T-shirts still available?
T-shirts are available, yes. And this year we are working with Tonser Custom Decal, and they are doing the shirts for us. And on the back of the shirt, not only will you have the coolest logo ever, because it says it's a duck plucking good time, underneath that logo, there will be the logos of some of those businesses to show that they supported our event.
And it's great to highlight them, because it's really it's such a great cause to support, and
we couldn't do it without them.
No, and you really can't, because I couldn't imagine the cost to put an event like
You
this
don't want
on.
to.
And I'm glad Shannon takes care of that side there.
bet.
Her and the foundation, they do an outstanding job, and they do. They support us very well, and not only the ambulance.
That's
but,
what I was going to ask. Does it start and end with ambulances, or is it more than that?
The foundation at the hospital supports all the departments in the hospital and the outside communities, everything that they do, education, the whole night. They do an outstanding job, not only for us. This is a big event. I took over as the manager in 2012, and the event started in 2009, and I wasn't that familiar with what I knew it was the Duck Pluckers. Okay, they go do an event on Saturday night, until after their first year that I attended, and then on the backside, after I joined the committee, seeing what the foundation does and the committee does is just unbelievable.
We asked our accountant to tell us how much we'd made since the beginning. It started in 2009, so to date, it was just a little over $1.5 million.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, and it's one event per year, correct? It always has been. There you go.
And I can't take credit for that. I've only been. This will be my fourth event.
Right.
The folks in front of me, Kristen Ryrie and Marlene Lewis, and then their committees. They had Mary Lou Cowsley, who was so involved in it. Nancy Simpson has been since the beginning. Gay has been since the beginning. Irene McLaughlin. Just a lot of folks who are just very big supporters of Alton Memorial.
Jeannie Truckee, all the years, and all the time that they had spent.
Yeah.
We're
they came up with,
working together.
They came up with an amazing event, and I think that goes to show that it's still going on 16 years later. Usually, an event happens, it'll last a few years, and then it kind of fades away. When you have a waiting list for an event, you're doing something right. So
it just shows. Well, you're right.
Unique is a good thing.
You're absolutely right. And just for the folks that are going, hey, so give us the full lineup of events. Let's do it. There's trap and skeet shooting from 4 to 6. The Homer Clark Quail Flush at 5 p.m. The old school silent auction from 4 to 7. I'm really dangerous at those. So
Me too.
I walk a fine line. I always find the person that really wants the object, and I will
follow
start. Oh, you kidding me? I will get you to spend and spend. But one time I almost got stuck with 5 items. I was down to the last couple of minutes, and I thought, here it comes. Every bit of the karma I got's coming my way.
We used to do so at COVID. They went and did an online auction, so everything was from your phone. But our committee, after we were cleared from BJC as far as being able to be out with people, they said, we want to get rid of those phones. We want to do the old school thing. And that's why I think you're right. There are so many of them who are like watching, who's over there, who's bidding on that.
And as soon as they get a notification, ding, and you just have to get yours, and you're getting, and then somebody, it was crazy.
That's 4 to 7:30 p.m. What's some of the silent auction items? I know there's always thousands.
We did something different this year.
Oh.
Again, I'm glad you said that. We did a Amazon wish list, and we shared that. You see teachers do that sometimes to help with their classroom. So we came up with an Amazon wish list, and we went in and we picked a bunch of items that we thought would be super cool to have on the silent auction. And they range from $20 to TVs and so forth. And we've had so many people from our community go on and just add something to their cart. It was easy peasy. Click on it, and then it got sent to my office. So,
are you serious?
Yeah, my office is it's like Christmas in my office. Like it's fantastic.
That's incredible.
And there were some names on there I'd never heard of. People in our community are, really supporting us and that Amazon wish list. Now, with that being said, we've also reached out to some smaller businesses because we want to support our local small boutiques and things like that. So we've reached out to some other, small businesses, and we're doing some wish lists there that you would go into the business and see, what's on the Duck Plucker list, and buy something there, and then we'll go pick it up.
How long do we have to do that?
That will probably be through the first week of September.
Just so we can put that in the article, because that's a great incentive too. I love how you're spreading that across the community and going back local. Yeah. The dinner and live auction is 6 to 8. Now, do you have an auctioneer?
Oh, yes.
Can I tell you about my one time I did the auctioneer? I was at the Metro East Humane Society, first time doing it, and I watched Storage Wars the night before. I'm like, I'm going to do it like that guy. I did okay. We got some thousands raised. But some lady yelled at me before it even started, and I was really kind of nervous about the whole damn thing.
Boy.
Yeah,
it won't happen at this one. Everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, we have Mr. Mark Harmon. And
there you go.
There you go. So everybody knows Mr. Harmon, and
this isn't his first rodeo. No. He's done it several years,
and he does an outstanding job for us. And he really works the crowd really well. And it is funny when you get to the live auction, and how he goes back and forth, and it's great.
Now, are the live auction items? What are those ones? Those look.
This year's a big year.
Sounds expensive.
This is a big year. So this event, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, it's hunting, fishing, so it's all going to be guy stuff. Well, I think it has in the past been a lot of focus on the gentlemen's prizes. Well, this year we've added a few elements for the ladies. We have Lauren Wright from Instaglow in Edwardsville. She's putting together a package for a ladies spa day. And then Liz Campbell and her gang out at Brush Boutique, they're doing another type of ladies package.
Margaret Freer.
Our friend Margaret Freer always does a Louis Vuitton purse.
She's the best.
It is locked away in my cabinet right now. I may or may not have put it on my shoulder and looked in the mirror.
One of these years I might buy it for my wife. I don't know.
You might have some people up against you this year, Jason.
Yes.
So those are some of the ladies' things. And then we obviously do still have some other things for the fellas. We've got some fishing trips, some hunting trips.
Wow.
We've got a Lake Tahoe trip.
And we have been confirmed. We haven't put our finger down on it yet. We do have a puppy coming.
Do we really?
It might have long blonde hair this year.
Oh, wow.
So
A little bit of a change.
A little bit of a change. We usually do a lab puppy. This year,
I heard the lab puppy last year. That was like the battle of battles.
we had 2 last year.
Wasn't
We
it
had
the
2.
battle of battles?
We had a chocolate and a blonde, and it was a battle.
It was bad.
2 went home, and both of the owners named them Goose. They didn't know it.
That's
but they named them Goose.
I love
Yeah.
that. So this is really cool. So from really vacations is what I'm calling it, because anytime you get to go fish or go hunt somewhere else, that's a vacation. You
Yeah.
get to have the time of your life. The sporting event tickets.
Sporting event tickets. We have tickets to Washington Redskins versus the Chiefs.
Versus the
Oh,
Chiefs.
nice.
Cardinals tickets. Mm-hmm. And I think there was something in there with the Blues tickets with possibility of riding on a Zamboni if it comes through.
Working on that.
Working on it, but St. Louis Blues tickets.
Man, I'd have to watch. If I won that, I'd have to watch what I drank that day, though. You know.
There might be a clause. There might be a waiver that you might have to sign if we get that to come through.
But this is so cool. Plus the other online raffle items like the wild pig helicopter. That's going to be the coolest thing you've ever done. I mean, just going to be honest with you. The bourbon collection. I saw a few of the pictures in there. If they match up, that's a hell of a deal right there too. If
And
you
the
can
bourbon
win.
thing, we did add something yesterday. You weren't at this meeting. Gay said, "What about if I do a bourbon and cigar party at her house?" So
Wow.
they're going to host a party at their house, and bourbon and cigars are provided. And my husband and I bought that at Gog Bop in Grafton, and we took, I think there were, I don't know, maybe 8 couples. That was a fun night. It was
I bet it was.
really neat night, and I learned so much about bourbon. I really didn't know anything about bourbon. Did a few tastes of it. I'll still stick to my.
Hey, some people like the
Tequila.
rise, Yeah. Some people like the
Amen
rise.
to
Some
that.
people like, single barrel.
Yeah.
But there are some, with our the bourbon committee, like, they bring in, certain barrel picks. And that's
incredible.
and like a lot of people like the 12-year Weller. So that's what,
That's in our collection.
and that is in the collection this year. So another 12-year Weller. And there are outstanding bourbons. It isn't just like, you go to the store and, just pick out a bourbon that you're going to sit there and drink. These are very fine, nice bourbons. And it's well worth it.
Well, and honestly, for $20, I mean, why wouldn't you take that chance anyway? Or any of the items, all of that's really a great opportunity. Buy 10 tickets, for $120, you're still saving big on all.
Yes.
On all of it. And it's again going back towards purchasing an ambulance. And how many ambulances do you guys go through a year? Is it one? Do you try to recycle or try to get rid of one a year that's kind of outdated?
We try to definitely rotate one a year. We were on a 2-in-1 rotation.
Okay.
2 1 year, one, and COVID really put a damper on that. And then the manufacturers got behind because everybody, during COVID, so it kind of put us in a bind. And they were still trying to keep the production lines going, but it does take, by the miles that we rack up on them, to replace one every single year.
Well, and honestly, I think we forget so many times that, this area really has a lot of rural to it,
Yes.
and a lot of, country roads, and the wear and tear I'm sure that does on the ambulance is a little bit harder than what a city street does,
Correct.
too.
Yes, it does.
Well, and whenever it comes down to it, how long does it take to kind of get the funds after this event's done to start the purchase process of that, ambulance? How does that process work?
Well, we're done at the end of the night. Those funds are there, and if the ambulance, if there is that need, then we start that process immediately.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So to go to our leadership, and then I bring it to them and say, hey, this is the one we're going, and then they go through, their tiers through BJC Corporate, and we put the PO out there and contact the vendors, and we get it ordered.
That's really cool. So it's a very quick turnaround if you
Yes.
need it to
Yeah.
be. Well, and now what's the goal this year? Do you guys have a financial goal in mind?
Well, let's
Go
see.
ahead. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Our goal has always been 200,000. My director, he wants me to up it a little bit to 225, and I say, I'm always one to shoot for higher. So I'm shooting for higher.
225. Now, are we almost there? Are we close?
Well, we are right now going in higher than we have ever gone in.
Incredible.
Besides the COVID year, because the COVID year we had a couple people who weren't able to donate the year of COVID, so the next year they donated double.
Gotcha.
So we're going in. I think if you look on our
right
screen
here
there.
now.
What does it say we're at now?
$134,875. You're
Yeah.
close.
And I
we've
remember
still got more
the
coming.
year we broke 175 and the outstanding party, that night when an announcement was made. And then the year we broke 200,000.
Yeah.
When we broke 200,000, the night that was given, President Dave Brosh walked up and gave the announcement, and everybody just erupted in applause. And the band started playing, and it was just 200,000. You would never guess, and that's the foundation. How they do it, I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
It's incredible. Well,
Yes.
and how awesome is it to come together and celebrate something really, really cool, too, like that. And that's just the power of community. And before I let you guys go, we've been talking for about 30 minutes now. But it's always great to get all the details out. Give us the overview of the event one last time, and we'll talk again soon.
September the 13th, Saturday at NILO. There will be some general admission tickets that will go live on our website on Monday. If you're interested in it, you can check out that website.
How much are tickets?
Tickets are $100.
Really good price.
$100, and that covers your steak dinner, your beer or seltzers, and then we'll have a cash bar. We have the quail flesh, and all of that information is on our website. We do still have spots that we will take for full tables or single seats. If you need those, just reach out to us, but they're filling up quickly, so reach out to us if you are interested.
Absolutely. Jason, anything to add?
No, that is awesome. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you for having us, and thanks to all of our sponsors and supporters. Like I said, we are just overwhelmed every year. Every year I say, I don't know how it'll get any better, and then people just come out of the woodwork. It's
Come
amazing.
up with new ideas and just bring something new to the table every year.
Great people do great things.
Yes,
9:58, a little bit of change. We'll take a quick break, come back with Sydney Singh. She's going to fill us in on Blog Talk next.